Okay, so stretching from the week, from sitting, from anything we've been doing that has been repetitive, and getting ready for active weekends. So rocking from side to side on those seat bones, pushing the left side, right side, right side. Make that rock smaller and smaller. And then shimmy those seat bones into the floor. And then put your hands on your legs and just rub those thighs. Just give those thumbs, push those thumbs in, push those fingers in, push the palms of your hands down, and just get a bit of movement. That's like rollering. Same thing, giving it a bit of movement. You can feel it warming up. Get on those kneecaps, give them a rub. Put the thumbs on the inside, push those kneecaps out. Get your fingers under the backside edge of it, and then you can push them in across. And then thumbs down those shins, bend those knees, pull your body forward onto your thighs. Hold the bottoms of your feet and really pull yourself forward. So I've got my knees quite bent, really trying to get my tummy onto my thighs. And then in this position, push that right knee down, push that left knee, push both knees down towards the floor. Look at those feet, make sure they're parallel, and roll yourself all the way up to vertical. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, roll them down, put those fists on the floor. Breathing in, and on the out breath, push that chest forward. Get that body nice and vertical, tighten those thighs, pull those knees down to the floor, pull the toes hard to the nose. And make sure both toes pull the same. So if we've had any ankle injuries, they might not be quite the same. Push those toes away. Do they point away the same? Take them out to the right, take them both to the right. Take them both to the left. Do a big circle with those feet one way. Big circle the other way. Relax the feet. Do they sit the same? How are you doing with your shoulders? Are they still pushing into the floor on those hands? Have we slumped that chest? Keep lifting that chest up. Take those eyes all the way up to the sky. Breathing in. And breathing out, pull that chin into the chest. Pull it hard down. Push off those fingers. Keep those thighs tight. Have we forgotten about our feet now that we've moved our head? Make sure they're parallel. Turn those eyes to the right-hand side of the right leg and pull that left ear away from the left shoulder. Swing those eyes across to the left-hand side of the left leg. And pull that right ear away from that right shoulder. Bring those eyes back to the middle. Push those fists into the floor. Pull that chin into the chest. And then release those hands off the ground. Hands on the thighs and roll yourself right forward. Let those knees come soft. Push those knees into the ground. Roll yourself all the way back up to vertical. Pull those shoulders back and down. Push those hands on the floor behind. So fingers pointing towards the bum. Pull those elbows together and push that chest up. So try to keep your fingers close to the bum. So body's as vertical as it can be. Take that chin up high, breathing in. Breathing out, pull that chin down to the chest, push off those hands, push those shoulders away from the ears. Release off those hands, lifting the back of the hand up, the whole hand up. Slide those hands down your legs. Roll yourself forwards. Let those knees come soft. And then push them back into the floor and sit yourself up. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, lift and turn. Really looking over that right shoulder, turning that tummy button, feel the stretch through those ribs. And back to center. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind, and lift and turn, looking over that left shoulder. Breathing in, turning that tummy button to the left. And breathing out, come back to center. Hands on the thighs and slide them all the way down towards those feet, softening those knees. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those knees into the floor, lift those hands up to horizontal. Pull those shoulders back and down, lift that chest up, breathing in. And on the out breath, rolling one vertebra at a time down to the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those arms all the way over the head. Push those fingers away from the toes, reaching, stretching that right hand from the right foot. Stretching the left hand from the left foot. Bring those fingers all the way up to the sky. Chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way back up to sitting. Reaching above those feet. See how far your hands can reach over your toes. And then sitting up nice and tall. Grab your roller. Bending those elbows. We're just going to go straight into rolling. So feet flat on the floor. Press the bottom ribs on the roller. Slide those elbows away. Take your head in your hands, breathing in. On the out breath, lean that head down to the floor, lifting that chest up high, and bring that roller all the way up to those top ribs to the neck. And then slowly roll down through that back, through the upper ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs, and then stop at those bottom ribs. And then rolling all the way back, taking about 3 seconds to get to the top, 3 or 4 seconds. And then all the way back down again. Using your breath on the out breath, you'll get more release. Leaning onto that left-hand side, all the way up to the neck, all the way down to those bottom ribs. Back onto the middle, all the way up. And then over onto that right-hand side. Down to those bottom ribs, and then all the way back up. And then stop at the bra strap area, rest that head on the floor, push the bum on the floor, lift those ribs up, hands in prayer above the head, slide those hands away from you. Breathing in, on the out breath, slide those legs away from you. Push those fingers away from the toes. Breathing in. Breathing out, reaching and stretching. Let those hands slide back. Bend those knees back up. Bring that chin into the chest. You can use your hands if you want. Using your elbows, lift yourself up off the roller. So pop the roller out of the way. Legs straight in front. Heels right at the end of your mat. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Put the fists by the bum and just lift that chest up. And then release on that middle bottom, drag your fingers forwards on the floor, take them all the way up into the sky, bring those arms all the way out wide, bring those arms up into horizontal, breathing in. On the out breath, rolling all the way down to flat, all the way down, rest the head on the floor, push the hands over the head. Breathing in, reaching, breathing out, fingers up to the sky. Bring that right knee in towards your body, pulling that right knee up towards your armpit. Breathing in. Pull that right knee over your body. Push that right hand away. Turn those eyes to the right. Make sure that your spine's aligned. So lift your head and turn. Push that right hand away. Push that shoulder after the hand. Push that right knee away. Pushing the hip after the knee. Turning the hip away from the shoulder rather than pulling the knee just down to the floor. Pushing that right ear to the ground. Reach that hand away from the knee and then stretch that left foot away from the head. And then release, roll back onto your back. Pull that right knee up in towards the armpit again. Rub that inner thigh if you feel any tension, pulling, separating those legs from each other. Pull that right knee over again, pushing that right hand away, pushing that right shoulder after, right hip after the knee, turning the ear to the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, roll onto that left hand side. Take this right foot in the right hand, roll that shoulder up to the ear, back and down, draw the core in, bring the pubic bone forward, so the tummy button, pubic bone, breastbone are aligned, and then let that leg go back behind you. Push that foot into the hand, pushing that right foot into the right hand, extending that hand and foot away behind you, keeping the pubic bone forward, breathing in. Breathing out, release that shoulder, let it lengthen, and then release the push of the foot into the hand, and just take that foot and hand further behind, stretching through that hip. Breathing in, breathing out. Push that foot into the hand one more time in that stretched position. And then release, breathing in And on the out breath, lengthen that leg behind. Lengthen that leg behind. And then release. Let go of that foot, roll back onto your back. Bring that knee back up into the armpit. Lengthen those legs away from each other. Feel that stretch, breathing in. Pull that right knee over the body. Push that right hand away. Turn the eyes right. Reaching the shoulder after the hand. Reaching the hip after the knee. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that left foot away from the top of the head, nice and strong. And then roll back onto the back. Pulling that right knee in again. Take hold of that right foot. Bring that left leg up. Put the right foot on that left knee. Pull that left knee up. Push that right elbow on that right knee. Turn this right thigh. Push that right knee into the right elbow. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the push and pull the foot closer. And push that knee further away, turning that leg. Looking down the body, if you like, make sure your breastbone, tummy button and pubic bone are in a straight line. So as you rotate this leg, you're not twisting your hip. You're not pushing this right hip away from you and letting the left side of the body collapse. Keeping both sides straight. Release that left leg, let it go away. Take hold of the right knee again. Pull that right knee up towards the armpit, separating those legs, and then pull that leg all the way over the body one more time, pushing that hand away, reaching and stretching. Lengthen that left leg. Push the left toes from the top of the head. Push the right knee away from those right fingers. And then release. Let that right leg go out straight. Let those hands go all the way over the head. Reaching and stretching, breathing in, breathing out. Bring those fingers all the way up to the sky. Bring that left knee in towards the body and pull that left knee up towards the armpit. Lengthening that right leg away, all the time pushing the right foot from the top of the head, pulling that left knee in towards the armpit. So try to pull on the knee or the thigh rather than pulling on the calf and shutting the knee joint down more. Then pull that left leg all the way over the body. All the way down to the floor, breathing in, breathing out, reach that left hand away, keep that left shoulder down, turning those eyes left, turning that left ear to the floor, pushing that left hip after that left knee, reaching the floor with it, pushing that left shoulder after that left hand, pushing that right foot away from the top of the head. And then release, pull that left knee back in towards the armpit, pushing that right foot away, stretching those legs away from each other. Breathing in, breathing out, pull that left knee over the body again, turn those eyes to the left, reach that left hand away, breathing in, breathing out, lengthen. That left knee to the floor, left ear to the floor, really pushing that right foot away. Roll over onto that right side. Support your head with your right arm. Breastbone, tummy button, pubic bone in a line. Take that left foot in the left hand. Roll that shoulder up to the ear, back and down. And then take that left leg behind the body. Push that foot into the hand. Push that foot into the hand, lengthening that leg a little bit behind, pushing the foot into the hand. Breathing in. And on the out breath, release the push and lengthen that leg further behind. Pushing that foot into the hand. Breathing in. And on the out breath, release the push and lengthen that leg further behind. And then release that leg. Roll back onto your back. Take hold of that left knee, pull it up in towards the armpit, push that right leg away, lengthening, breathing in, and on the out breath, take that left leg over the body, push that left hand away, stretching, push that right foot from the top of the head, left shoulder away from left hip, turning in those ribs. Release, go back onto your back again. Take hold of that left leg, left knee, take hold of that left foot. Pull the foot towards and bring that right leg up. Place that left foot on the right leg. Hold behind the right leg. Again, make sure your pubic bone, tummy button, breastbone, nose are in a line. Pull that right knee towards, push that left knee away. Breathing in, breathing out, turn that left leg, push that left knee into the left hand. Taking the leg into stretch and then tensing it. Breathing in, breathing out, release the tension and pull that left knee, the right knee in further, putting that left foot in, pushing that left knee away. Tense that left knee into the left hand. Breathing in, breathing out, release and rotate that thigh again, making sure the body is not collapsing, it's staying straight. So push that right hip away from the right shoulder and you'll increase the intensity in that left hip. Let go of that right leg, let it go straight. Let go of the left foot and hold the left knee. Pull that left knee all the way over the body one more time. Pushing that left hip away from the shoulder. Pushing the shoulder after the hand, hip after the knee. Turning that left ear, pulling it down to the ground. Breathing in. And then on the out breath, release that knee, come back onto your back. Take both legs out straight. Take both arms out straight over your head. Push that right hand away from the right foot. Take hold of the right wrist and pull it over to the left side of the mat. Pull those legs over to the left side of the mat. Lift that bum and push it on the right. Push that hand away from that right foot, stretching through that right side, keeping that right shoulder down on the ground, keeping the elbow and arm flat. Pushing away. And cross your left leg over your right if you want. Really lengthening. And then release. Move those legs over to the right hand side of the mat. Lift the bum, move it left, take hold of the left wrist, pull that to the right as well. Cross the right leg over the left with the left wrist in the right hand, pull that hand away from the foot, pushing out on that side, stretching through the hip, through the side of the hip, through the armpit, through the side of the leg. Keep that left hand, left arm, keep on the floor. Breathing in, reach as we breathe out, and then release. Roll back on, come back into straight. Bring those fingers all the way up to the sky, bring them all the way down by the side. Slide those fingers under your bum with the palms up. Breathing in on the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears into the floor. Push off those elbows and come into that fish pose. Breathing in, fill those lungs up with air, push those toes away. Breathing out, squeeze those shoulders together, pushing the breastbone up high, really trying to pop the torso up off your shoulder blades. So you're lifting, they're presenting your body like it's on a tray, lifting it up high, breathing in. And on the out breath, lower down to flat, bring that left knee in, bring that right knee in, hug the nose to the knees, bend that back the other way, curling, lifting, breathing in, breathing out. Release those legs, put the feet to the floor, slide the legs away, rolling those shoulders up to the ears into the floor, put your hands under your bum, breathing in. On the out breath, lift into that fish pose again, holding yourself long. Holding yourself long. Lifting that chest up high, breathing in, fill those lip ribs up with air. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you breathe out. Now bend that right knee up, bend that left knee up. So I've just got my hands around my bottom. If you want to pivot your bum, you can lift it up and you can lock your fingers together. And you can sit on your arms if you want, which kind of gives you more stability. So holding yourself with your arms trapped, push that chest up higher, be soft on the top of the head. Toes are touching the floor, knees are bent. Bring that right leg up so the foot is off the ground, the knees at 90. Bring that left leg up, keep that chest up high. Straighten that right leg out straight. And bend it. Straighten that left leg. So I'm taking my legs horizontal to the floor, but you could kick your foot up, which would make it a bit easier, less load. Kick the right leg up, kick that left leg up. Touch that left foot on the floor, touch the right foot on the floor. Slide that left leg out straight, slide that right leg out straight. Bend that left leg up, sole on the floor, bend the right leg. Ease yourself down onto the shoulders, lift yourself off your arms. Breathing in, so release those arms, just wiggle those fingers. Left hand, just do a spiral, a wave with your fingers. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, slide them down. Have those feet under the knees, breathing in. On the out breath, balls of the feet off the floor, push through the heels, flatten the back into the ground, lift up that pubic bone and come up into the bridge. All the way up, clenching with that arm, pushing it as high as you can. So if you look up your tummy, you see your pubic bone. Push those fingers away. We don't see the tummy button. We see the pubic bone. Roll that back all the way down to flat, keeping those shoulders on the floor. Breathing in as we arch the back at the bottom. Breathing out as we flatten the back, lift up that pubic bone, drive it up into the sky, push those fingers down to the heels, lengthen that head and neck. Bring those arms straight up to the sky, bring them all the way over the head, breathing in. On the out breath, lower that body all the way down, one vertebra at a time, making sure all of your ribs get on the floor before your lower back's anywhere near it. Arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in and bringing those arms back down by your side. Breathing out, push through the heels, pubic bone into the sky, driving up nice and tall. Make sure your pubic bone's higher than your tummy button. Push your fingers down to your heels, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those arms all the way up over your head. Breathing in, on the out breath, lower that body all the way down to the floor, arching the back at the bottom. Bring those fingers down by the side, breathing in. On the out breath, push through the heels, clench with the bum, lift, keeping those shoulders back and down. Pushing those fingers towards those heels, lift those hands up. Put them on the bum and check it's equal tension. Look down and check you can see your pubic bone and not your belly button. Pushing that left foot into the floor, lift the right heel up and lower. Pushing the left foot in the floor, lift the right heel up. Lengthen that leg and straighten that right leg. Push off this left shoulder. Bend that right leg, put it back down, lift up that right side. Push that left heel in the floor, straighten that right leg out. Bend that right knee up towards the waist. Straighten that right leg out. Bend it and put it back by the other foot. Lift those hips up, push through that pubic bone. Push that left heel in the floor, lift that right heel up. Lift that right leg up to straight. Lower that right leg straight down to the floor. Lift that right leg up, bend it into your hips and put it back down onto the floor by the other leg. Push through that right heel, push those fingers down towards the toes, lengthen that neck, lift that left heel up. Lower that left heel down. Lift that left heel up, straighten that left leg. Bend that left leg, put it back next to the right leg. Lift that left heel up, straighten that left leg. Bend that left knee in towards the chest. Straighten that left leg out. Bend and put back next to the right leg. Put the hands under the bum. Lift and check your pubic bones higher than your belly button. Push those fingers down towards the feet. Lift that left heel up, pushing through the right. Straighten that left leg. Lower it straight down to the floor. Lift it straight up into the sky. Bend it, put it back next to the other leg. Push through both heels, lift that pubic bone up, make sure it's higher than the belly button. So pull the belly button down with the tummy muscles, push the pubic bone up with the bum. Lower that body one at a time, vertebra at a time, down to the ground, keeping the shoulders down. Arch the back at the bottom. Hold that right knee, hold that left knee. Pull those knees into the chest. Pull the nose up to the knees so your head's off the floor. Breathing in. Take those arms past your legs. Take those arms straight past your legs. And then take those arms up to the sky, head to the floor, reach those arms overhead. Neutral spine here, shoulders are on the ground, all the ribs are on the ground, lower back slightly lifted. Take the feet a bit away from the bottom. Breathing in. And on the out breath, tap that right toe all the way over to the floor. Take the left toe to join. Lengthen those legs out straight, keeping that torso in position. Take those fingers up to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up. Reaching to those toes, breathing in. On the out breath, bring yourself up to vertical, breathing in, and then lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms all the way over the head. Breathing in, slide those feet in towards the bottom. Bring those knees back up in neutral spine. Take those hands to the sky, chin into the chest, and scrunch all the way back up. Good. Breathing in. On the out breath, we're going to open arms and legs together. Arms up to the sky, head down to the floor, toes down to the floor together. Neutral spine, sliding those legs out away. Breathing in. On the out breath, hands to the sky, rolling yourself all the way up to sitting. Reaching towards those feet, breathing in. Breathing out, bring yourself up to vertical. Lift that chest up. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lower down to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands all the way over the head, breathing in. On the out breath, slide those legs all the way back in towards the bum. Bring those hands to the sky, scrunch that body up into 1. Breathing in. On the out breath, open that body up. Get that spine into neutral, toes to the floor. Don't let that lower back arch. Lengthen those legs, lengthen the head away from the toes. Take those fingers to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. And then reaching towards those toes. Go all the way through sitting. Bring yourself up to vertical. Lift that chest up high, hands horizontal. Breathing in and look down your arms. Check your wrists aren't doing anything too weird, that your arms are nice and straight. And then lower slowly down to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands all the way over the head. Reach those fingers away from the toes, keeping neutral. Shoulders are on the ground. Breathing in, pull those toes towards the body, bringing those knees up, scrunching those arms all the way up and huggle up. 1 more of them. Breathing in. Open that body up. Don't overarch that lower back. Lengthening those legs out to straight. Breathing in when we're straight. Fingers up to the sky, chin into the chest, rolling yourself all the way up. Through sitting to right forward to reach those feet. Sit yourself up nice and tall, arms stay horizontal, breathing in. On the out breath, lowering all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground, arms all the way over the head. Reaching and touching the floor, lengthen those legs and hands, breathing in. On the out breath, bring those feet back in. You can slide them on the ground or have them in the air and then snuggle all the way up. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let that upper body come down onto the floor. Keep hold of the knees. Pull those knees into the chest and lift that tailbone up. Pull those knees into the chest, lift the tailbone up. Take those arms out to horizontal like a scarecrow. Drop the knees to the left, turn the eyes right. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring those legs up to the sky, drop them over to the right, turn the eyes to the left. Breathing in. On the out breath, lifting those legs all the way up and over to the left, eyes to the right. Breathing in, and then lifting those knees up and those feet and drop them over to the right, eyes to the left. Come all the way straight, all the way those knees back up into the middle. Lengthen those legs out, bring those hands straight up to the sky, chin into the chest and roll yourself all the way up. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out. Put those hands on the floor behind. Lift that chest up nice and tall, push that chest forward, breathing in, breathing out. Resting and sitting. Swing those legs around and come over onto your tummy. You can roll on your tummy whichever way you want to go. So I come this way so I can still see everybody. So lying on your floor with your forehead on the ground. Forearms parallel to the long side of the mat. Breathing in. Clench that bum, push the pubic bone in the ground and lengthen the legs. Draw the tummy in and lift it off the floor. Roll those up, shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift those hands and forearms up. Lift those whole arms up. So my legs are off the floor, resting on the pubic bone and the bottom ribs. Belly's contracted, lifted off the ground. Touch the elbows down. Lift those arms up. Touch those elbows down. Lift those arms up. Touch those elbows down. Lift those arms up. Hold them here. Push the head away from the toes so your forehead comes a centimetre off the ground and keep it there. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding them here. Take those arms straight out like a scarecrow. Bring those fingers down towards your legs. Take your hands together behind your back. Lift those hands up high, high, high. Forehead's down towards the ground, belly's off the floor. Pubic bone, bottom ribs, that's where you're resting. Push those shoulders down towards those feet. Bring those hands back down towards the bum. Take those arms out to horizontal, to 90 degrees, scarecrow. Bend those elbows. Breathing in, lift those hands and forearms up higher. Pulse those arms up, put the forehead on the ground. Pulse the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Breathing in, breathing out. Clench the bum, draw in the core. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing in, and on the out breath, push off those forearms and lift that chest up off the ground. Breathing in, take those arms away from the floor, holding them high. Draw in the core, belly's off the floor. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, eyes to the ground. 1, hold here, eyes to the front of the mat. Push those arms straight up in front of you. Bring those arms back like we do with the stick above the head. Push those arms straight up in front. Bring those arms back. Push those arms straight up in front. Make sure the belly's off the floor. Clench the bum. Bring those arms back. Put them on the floor. Beside, hands on the floor by the bottom ribs. Lengthen those legs. Breathing in. On the out breath. Push off the hands and come onto that pubic bone. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come onto those knees. Breathing in. Tighten those thighs, lift the knees off the floor, push the head away. Everyone's shoulders back and down. Helen, Sarah, shoulders back and down. Lift that chest forward. Drop the knees. Good, Sarah, great. Drop the pubic bone to the floor. Drop the bottom ribs to the ground and lower. So Sam, more curve in the upper back. Good, rest that forehead on the ground, slide those hands so the forearms are next to the body. Breathing in. So we've got the elbows, the armpits at 90 degrees, upper arm is at 90 degrees to our torso. Breathing in. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, lengthen those legs so they're off the ground. Draw in the tummy, resting on those bottom ribs, breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Lift the hand and forearm up. Lift the whole arm up. Pulse those arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that upper body up. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop the hands on the floor by the bottom ribs. Get those shoulders really far back now. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come on the pubic bone. My shoulders are right back. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, come onto those knees. So keep your eyes looking at the front of the mat, so your neck's not too bent, but your chest is really open. Squeeze those shoulder blades like that fish pose. Breathing in, breathing out, tense those thighs and lift the knees off the ground. Pulling those shoulders back like that fish pose. And then drop the knees, bum into the air. Well done, back into child pose. Great, good work. Pushing those hands forwards, letting those hips slide back. Walk the hands to the left-hand side of the mat and stretch through that right side. Slide those hands over to the right. Push the hips to the left. Stretch through that left hip, left armpit. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring the hands back to the middle. In this position, pull those knees apart and clench the bum. Keeping the knees still on the mat, just creating traction against each other. Lift the body up onto all fours, using those glute muscles. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Walk those hands forward to the front end of the mat. Turn the inside of the elbows forward, breathing in. Straighten that left leg out behind you. Straighten that right leg out behind. And then lower those hips so that you're in the plank. Tighten those thighs, pulling those shoulders back and down. Holding yourself. Glide forwards and back. For 5 and back. For 4 and back. For 3 and back. For 2, back, 1, back. Drop that left knee down to the floor. Turn onto that left hand, right hand in the sky. Holding yourself strong. Bring that right hand to the floor, swivel back round. Lift that left knee up. So keep your body in column. Drop that right knee to the floor. Swivel over, keeping my body in column, left hand in the sky. So my spine is straight, down parallel with the legs. Bring that left hand to the floor without lifting the bum in the air, rocking over. Lift that the right leg up. Take those feet apart so they're on the outside edge of the mat. Breathing in, breathing out, turn over onto that left side, keeping the feet on the ground if you want. You can drop your left knee if you want. Lift that right hand up into the sky. Breathing in. Turning back, staying in column. Yep, so don't push your hips up high when you go onto your side. Turning onto that right arm. Left arm up into the sky. Good, breathing in. Breathing out, come over onto both hands. Holding strong in this plank. Push off that left leg, lift that right leg up. Good, put that right leg down. Hold strong, lift that left leg up. Put that left leg down, don't sag in your middles. Drop the knees down to the floor. Drop the knees down to the floor. So let's take that right leg out straight. Let's take that right toe down to the floor. So we want to get good hip flexion here. So lift that right leg up. Lower that right leg down. Lift. Tap down. Lift. Tap down. Lift. Tap down. Lift. Hold it up. Bend that knee. Foot to the sky. Push the foot up higher. So we're going to extend the hip higher. Lift. Back to the horizontal. Lift. Back to horizontal. Don't sag your back. Lift. Back to horizontal. You should feel a stretch in the hip flexor. Lift. Back to horizontal. Lift. Swing that leg under the body. Swing it out to the side for 5 and in. 4 and in. 3 in. 2 in. Hold it up at 1. Pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Slide it up to behind you, up into the sky behind. Thighs horizontal to the floor. Push that foot up higher and release. Higher to horizontal. Higher, don't let the knee come lower than your bum. Helen, knee higher. Down, up, down, up. Swing that leg underneath the body. Keep it off the floor. Take it out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up for 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it under you. Swing it out to straight. Down to the floor and up. 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 Bring it back under the body and put it next to the other knee. Make sure your middle fingers are parallel, inside of the elbows are forward. Put the weight back on your knees. If your wrists are sore, take more weight on those knees. Take that left leg out straight behind. Up to the sky and down to the floor. Lift it up and down. Up, down. Keep the torso still. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Hold it up. Bend that knee. Push the foot to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't let the knee go below the bum. 1. Swing that leg underneath you. Take it out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up at 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it down. Take it out. Take the foot up to the sky. Pulse that foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing that leg under you again. Out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up at 1. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it back under. Take it out straight. Down to the floor and up for 5. Down and up 4. Down and up 3. Down and up 2. Down and up 1. Rest it next to that other leg. Breathing in. Glide back into child pose. Release those wrists. Loosen that head and neck. Let your body come down onto the legs. Push those arms away in front. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull the knees apart using the tension of the floor. Lift yourself up onto all fours and walk yourself forwards to sitting. Swing your legs around. Breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Lift that chest up. Loosen that head and neck. Pull those toes to the nose. Push those toes away. Bring those hands up off the floor in front. Breathing in. On the out breath, down to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands by the side, pushing those fingers down towards those toes. Breathing in. Drawing in that core, neutral spine, ribs are on the floor as they should be, lower back slightly lifted. Lift that right leg straight up into the sky. Lift that left leg straight up into the sky. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower both legs down to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingers up, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Don't lean forward, stay sitting. Turn the body to the right. Turn the body to the left. Bring those hands to in front. Lower down to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hands by the side, drawing the core, lift both legs up into the sky. Hold them up high, breathing in. On the out breath, lift the tailbone up for 5, 4, push the feet to the sky. 3, don't push off the arms. 2, 1. Straighten those legs, push the head from the tailbone, lower those feet to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands up, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Stay sitting tall, breathing in. On the out breath, turn to the right. Come back to center. Turn to the left. Come back to center. Lower down to flat for 3, 2, 1. Hands by the side, roll those shoulders into the floor, draw that core in. Just keep those upper ribs on the ground, lift those legs straight up into the sky. Pushing those toes up high. Take those arms out to 45 degrees, lower those legs to the left. Bring those legs back up to the top. Lower them to the right. Bring those legs back up to the top. Lower them left. Holding, bring them up to the top. Lowering them right, take them as far as is comfortable without lifting your shoulders off the floor. Bring them back up to center, bring those arms back down by the side, roll those shoulders up to these down and back. Lifting that tailbone up for 5, release, 4, release, 3, release, 2, release, 1, shoulders back and down, lower back slightly lifted, lower those feet to the floor with the ankles flexed, all the way down to the ground. Holding them just off the floor, lengthen the body, breathing in. Breathing out, release those legs on the ground, lift those hands up, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Keep yourself nice and strong. Turn those hands round to the left. Turn that body round to the right. Bring that body, hands back in front, breathing in. And on the out breath, hands on the legs and roll yourself forward and release that back. Bend those knees a bit, pull that tummy onto those thighs, let that head come loose, breathing in. Breathing out, sit yourself up nice and tall and push those knees into the ground. Roll your shoulders up to the ears, back and put the fists on the floor, lift that chest up. Lift the bum up off the floor vertically, let it hang. Place the middle bottom back on the ground, hold yourself straight. Lift those fingers all the way up in front. Breathing in, bring those arms all the way behind you. Dust the floor. Bring those hands all the way up high in front of you again, breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands up high, push that chest up. Bring those arms all the way out wide. Rest your hands on your thighs and roll your shoulders. Excellent. Well done. Look at those nice tall bodies.